Hey y'all, I'm Jeremiah with MarineMax in Sarasota, Florida. Guys, we're on board a fantastic trade-in, but this video is a little different than some of the shorter videos I do on the main channel. I wanted to give you guys a little bit more in-depth look, some of the why, and explain why I like this 2018 Boston Whaler 330 Outrage trade-in. Guys, it always starts at the back. This 350 horsepower motor from Mercury is an L6, been in production for, well, it's no longer in production, but it was in production for about 16 years, debuted in late 2004 at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. Absolutely incredible motor, well tested. This owner option, no joystick. Why? Simplicity. Planned to run offshore, didn't, but planned to run offshore with this. So this is a tie bar motor. Doesn't matter what happens. Even if you lose an engine, you maintain your steering. Not going to have issues with your engine hitting. Very, very simple boat. Whaler does an awesome job in the rear of these with a stainless ladder. Guys, this ladder is about 7 years old. You can see there's not much for rust. It's a high quality piece. You find that all over whalers. It's part of the reason we love the whalers. For instance, these rod holders, they shine, they're good, they're happy. The live well in the back. Guys, this is thought through with a fisherman in mind. It's absolutely massive, almost 60 gallons, absolutely huge. You can put anything you could ever hope for in the back of this boat, and it will take good care of you when you do. There's fresh water in the walkway. Again, rinsing your feet, rinsing a fish, rinsing anything that you want coming in. That's the reason for it. They hide away this rear seat in the back of the transom. Now, this has got a cover on it right now just to make it a little bit pretty. You got a tiny bit of sunburn on the top, but this seat hides away, gives you a bolster in front that works truly, really, really well. It takes care of your legs when you're fishing the back of this boat, keeps you comfortable, and there's amenities like that all over the boat that are extremely well thought out. For instance, fresh water and raw water right next to each other and mounted below the speakers. There's a bucket, 5-gallon bucket straight from Boston Whaler, fits in there perfectly, makes an awesome trash can. The bilges on these boats are incredibly well laid out. And I'm sure it's not as clean as it could be, but you've got a huge through-hull transducer, backup bilge pump, 2,000 gallon an hour. You've got storage for additional buckets down below here. Your table is thought out. Every bit of this boat, and we can go even more in depth another time, it's just extremely well thought out. Now, this on some boats is plumbed as an additional live well. Here, it's just a cooler. It's drained, it's lit, blue just like a live well, but just a cooler. The fish boxes under your feet. These are forcibly drained by whale diaphragm pumps. They're massive. You can put a 6-foot plus fish in there. So you guys that have dreams of chasing yellowfin, doing that sort of thing, these fish boxes will fit them. They hold ice very well. There is a dive door on a 33 Outrage right behind the camera. Great storage underneath here. Whaler puts these cleats in the rear of the boat down low. That's to keep your gunnels free. If you're fighting something big, you guys love Goliath grouper for the picture, putting your rod right here presents an issue if you have that cleat. Up top, we're not going to climb up there today. This is a full second station boat. Guys, all the controls you're hoping for, right down to cup holders. You've got radar up top. You've got your outriggers. These are Gemlux. These are Taco outriggers. They're fantastic. Come forward to helm, because this is something that I designed on boats like this back in the day that I really, really love. This has the largest set of Simrad Evo 3s. Fantastic screens that are all touch, but they have tactile controls. When you're rolling offshore, this matters. The ability to zoom in and change through your pages on the actual controls makes a huge difference, because sometimes the touchscreens, when they're wet, or your hand's moving all over, it's very difficult. The Simrads are nice because they integrate with that vessel control. You effectively have 3 multifunction displays. No joystick on this boat means the owner option for a bow thruster. You've got great trim tabs, guys. Those Lenkos have been around for almost 20 years. They're very, very well thought of. Nice little dash or glove box to keep your things dry. This control points to actual premium audio on this boat. So what does that mean? It means you have JL speakers throughout. You have 4 6.5s, you have 2 7.7s, and down below the camera, you've got that subwoofer. Guys, at 7 years old, they've picked up a little fade on the surrounds, but those things work absolutely fantastically, as does everything. When MarineMax goes through a trade, they do a very, very good job of fixing everything pertinent. Come on around this side, and I'm going to show you the head. There is a massive, massive well in the console, not only for storage, but to make the use of that, even for bigger guys, very comfortable. Teak step, Those are the ladder for your dive door. You've got a vacuum flush Dometic head in there, and if you saw it on the camera, you have the posts popping through for the rear and the forward sunshade. The manual setup, they clip into these little stainless parts here, and they set up going forward. These at the helm, guys, this is if you're ever going to fold the tower down for shipping. There's legs that hold this, allow you to bring that down because the boat is over 13.6 when it's fully up. This lounge here is dual purpose. It works incredibly for the friends that are on your boat when you're having a casual day, but underneath, the storage is massive. You've got more of those Boston Whaler buckets. You have covers and shore power cords. There's room for actually 2 more buckets stored there, so you can effectively store 5 on this boat. Guys, that's cast nets, that's trash, that's lead weights, it's dive gear for a couple of snorkel setups. It's everything you could ever hope for to put on this boat, and it actually has a home. These are those larger JL audio speakers forward. The cushions are in good shape. One thing I like about the 33 is an additional forward storage area here under the deck. Guys, you can throw a few things on top of it. It has a false floor for access to that bow thruster on this boat. And lastly, the windlass. These boats have a very robust windlass, though be aware, about 150 feet total of chain and rode. If you're going to be not drift fishing, but anchoring far out, you're going to want that. Guys, this is at MarineMax Sarasota. You can buy it for just under $290,000. And with 120 hours and a 2018, this is a boat you want for sub 300 with a tuna tower, great Simrad electronics, and a lot of capability. I'm Jeremiah. We'll see you soon.